Hello everybody, welcome back to Arnold's English. And on this channel I try to help my students to speak, write and understand English a little bit better. And today we are going to look at how to formulate and write a great email. So let's get started. So if you are like many of my students, you have a problem in formulating English emails, and sometimes you're unsure of how to formulate your greeting, how to create the body of your email, and also the closing. So in this lesson I will be walking you through each part of the professional business email and also more informal emails. So we're going to look at the email structure breakdown first. We will learn how to create subject lines that are clear, concise, and effective. And we will do a deep dive into the body of the email, and I'm going to teach you quite a few different phrases that you can use while creating the body of your email. And we will look at the closing of the email, how to end off the email politely. Right, so let's start off with the structure of the email. So the email structure generally looks like this, and we would have a greeting, a body, and a closing, as I've said previously. And this is a sample email. You can just have a look at the sample email and read it along with me. So we start off with the subject, inquiry regarding project collaboration. It's really short and concise, and it tells us what the email is about. The greeting for this email is quite formal. Dear Miss Johnson, I trust this email finds you well. I'm writing to explore the possibility of collaborating on the upcoming marketing project. Given our shared expertise, I believe a partnership could yield remarkable results. Okay, so this is the first part is the greeting. Dear Miss Johnson, and I trust this email finds you well. And then it segues or transitions into the body. So in the body, you will notice we already tell the receiver what we are trying to say in our email, what our main point is. In the next section of the body, she mentions the key points, which are the project timeline, 3 months, required resources, design and research, proposed meeting date, which is the 15th of May at 10 a.m., and then the closing. So the closing phrase here is, your insights would be greatly appreciated. Please let me know your availability for a discussion. Kind regards, with your name. So this is the generally accepted professional email structure. It does change slightly, but this is what we're going to work on today. And I'm going to start off with the subject line. And that's right at the beginning, and then we will move to the next steps, greeting, body, and closing. Let's move on. So the keys to writing effective subject lines. If you start at the top left box and you follow my diagram, you will be able to follow along with me. So firstly, you need to be clear and specific. So clearly communicate the purpose or the main point of the email in the subject line. That's the key, right? So we're trying to say perhaps attention with the person's name. I need your attention for this email, or urgent meeting, planning meeting. Secondly, keep it concise. This means keep it very short. We don't want to have a lengthy subject line where people may become confused. So ensure the subject line is easy to find, and ideally keep it under 50 characters, right? So this is important because when your email lands in the receiver's mailbox, they need to be able to quickly scan through and find that email again. Personalize your subject line when possible. So you can use the recipient's name, attention Sandra, or reference the relevant information to make the subject line more personalized and engaging. For example, you could say marketing department attention required. Okay. Let's move on to step number 4, the red block. Create a sense of urgency or importance. So you should use words that show urgency or importance to encourage recipients to open the email promptly, quickly, right? There are certain words that you can use, like attention or urgent, and we will see some of these in the next slide. You will notice them. Finally, use action-oriented language. So use verbs that prompt the recipient to take action, such as register, that's our verb, to program X, right? Or complete data form, or join Zoom meeting. All right. So we've now looked at the main or the key points for creating effective subject lines. And let's move on to some examples of subject lines. So if we you can read along with me, and these are good examples of effective subject lines. So action required, we've got an action word there, a verb there. Review meeting agenda. Number 2, invitation, exclusive webinar tomorrow. Okay, it's an invitation, so that's the key. Feedback needed. Project proposal. Urgent. Deadline approaching for annual report. Number 5, reminder, RSVP for a company event. I don't need to go through all the rest of them. You can have a look and read them along, or read them on your own. You get the idea. Let's move on. So now we've entered our subject line. We know what the email is about. Now we're going to formulate the greeting. So the greeting is the first part of the email, like we saw from the beginning, and I've separated them here into formal greetings, semi-formal greetings, informal greetings, and greetings when you don't know the recipient's name, and greetings when you're writing to a group of people with multiple recipients. The formal greetings I have here are dear plus the person's name, good day, or good morning, afternoon, or evening. I usually use the last one, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Semi-formal greetings, hi, that's okay, hi plus the recipient's name. And generally, it's okay to start using semi-formal greetings after your first email exchange with the recipient. Let's say you've emailed Sandra and Sandra's emailed you back. Oh, it's good to meet you via email, or it's good to cooperate with you. And the second and the third email can become more or less formal, semi-formal. So here it's okay to say hi Sandra, or greetings Sandra, or hello Sandra. Okay. Then we have our informal greetings. These are used when we are writing to friends or family, or in any informal situations. Hey plus the recipient's name. Hi there. Hello everyone. Maybe a group. Okay. When you don't know the recipient's name, you can use these 3. So you could say, to whom it may concern. And what this means is, I don't know who I'm writing to, but I expect this email to arrive at the correct person. To whom it may concern. Number 2, dear sir or madam. And number 3, hello team, once again, a group of people. And then finally, when you're writing to a group of people. Maybe you know who they are. It's your marketing team, right? You could say, "Dear marketing department," or "Dear team," or "Hello everybody," "Hello everyone," and finally, "Hi all." So these are our greetings right at the beginning of the email. Let's move on. We're going to look at the body. Okay, now our deep dive into the body of the email starts like this. We have our introduction of the body. So we start with a polite greeting, right? And we briefly explain why we are writing. This is important. Example. Our example is, "Hello, following up on our recent conversation, I would like to da 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 da." Okay, so, or "Hello," or yeah, "Good afternoon, regarding our phone call earlier today." So the person knows exactly what we are talking about and why we are emailing them. Then we move into our main message. We clearly state the main point of the email. We keep it short and clear. We give details if they're needed. And here is our example. So, updating you on our project process, right? So that's the example here. And I will give you some more useful phrases in the next slide, but this is the structure that we would use. My previous example could be, "Good afternoon, following on our previous phone call, I would like to update you on the project progress." Okay. Then we move to some supporting details. If we need to, we can add some extra information, and it's a very good idea to use lists for clarity. Just like we saw right at the beginning of our video or our class with the three main points, bullet points. Lists are excellent for clarity. So, for example, the highlights from the progress report are, and then we'll say, revenue is up by 20%. The project has been delayed by 3 days, etc., etc. Then, finally, we move into our next phase, which is the call to action. So, at this stage, we ask the receiver what we want them to do. Why are we writing them? Okay, so ask for some specific action. Use clear language so they know exactly what they are required to do. And our example is like this: "Please review and give feedback by," plus the deadline. Okay, or "Please contact the HR department. Please provide me with X information." That's our call to action. So this is the body of the email. It's the most important part, and this structure is really good for you to follow to write professional emails. Now let's move on. We're going to look at some useful phrases for the body of your email, and I've added 10 over here. There are many more, but these are really useful. I use them a lot. "I'm writing to update you on." Number 2, "I would like to provide further details about." Number 3, "Please find the information you requested." Number 4, "Your feedback on this matter is crucial." Number 5, "Should you require any clarification, please let me know." Number 6, "I appreciate your patience as we work through this." Maybe there's a delay. So this is a really good one for those project managers who are dealing with stakeholders. "If there are any issues, please don't hesitate to contact me." Number 8, "Thank you for your attention to the details outlined." Number 9, "I look forward to resolving this matter together." This one is really good if you are collaborating or team working with somebody and you need their help to help you solve the problem. You require something from them as well as your input. And number 10, Your cooperation in this regard is greatly appreciated. It's like saying, thank you for helping me in this, and maybe you have not helped me yet. So thank you in advance. Okay, that's the body, and now we're going to look at the closing. So the end of your email is just a happy kind of, or a friendly way to say goodbye or finish off your email. If you, maybe like some of my students don't know how to finish off what they have written. So our formal closings look like this. You could say, thanks for your attention to this matter. Number 2, I appreciate your prompt response. So this one, they have not yet responded, but we're just saying thank you for getting back to me quickly. It's showing some urgency. Number 3, please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any further questions. This one is great for people in sales and they're dealing with a customer, or maybe they're dealing with a stakeholder, and they are trying to show that they are here to support that person. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any further questions. And then you sign your name, and you finish off perhaps with kind regards and your name. Semi-formal closing. So looking forward to hearing from you. That's perhaps, like I said with my example earlier, after we've exchanged emails back and forth a few times, myself and Sandra, it can become more less formal, more semi-formal. Right, so looking forward to hearing from you. Number 2, thanks for your help. Number 3, best regards. I often use kind regards. Number 3, informal closings. When we are writing to a friend or a family member, more informally, we could say take care. Number 2, we could say cheers. Number 3, thanks again. Number 4, if we're writing a very professional email, perhaps you are an HR professional and you've sent out a memo, you could finish off your email with sincerely, yours faithfully, or respectfully. A lot of my current students work in sales and they have to email their clients, and at the end I always tell them, try and finish off with yours sincerely, yours faithfully, or respectfully. Number 5, you have a personalized sign-off. When I email my students, for example, I know them quite well, we have a good relationship, I would say warm regards or kind regards, with appreciation, or all the best. So let's do a recap on what we've learned in this lesson today. We've learned how to create effective subject lines, keeping them concise and very clear and specific about what we want to say. We've learned how to create greetings, formal greetings, informal greetings, semi-formal greetings, as well as greetings to a group and to a recipient who we don't know, to whom it may concern. Remember that one. We've looked at the body of the email, and we did a deep dive into the introduction, the main message, the supporting details, and finally the call to action. And at the end, we've looked at the closing of the email. So, well done for making it through this whole lesson. I hope that this has been very useful for you and that you can use these phrases. If you would like to continue learning English with me, please like and subscribe. I will be posting videos regularly and trying to help more and more students across the world. All right, thank you very much and well done. Bye-bye.